It's time to review some more YOMI Hustle mods. This time around, I'm going to scratch off some of the most popular quests. We'll be covering the Red Mist, Kether, Double Down, and Bedman. Let's start with everyone's favorite, Kali the Red Mist. Now, prior to making this video, I have never played as this character. So, when I played my first game, I thought this character was pretty solid. Lots of movement, onrush is pretty overpowered, and a lot of good variety in ways to attack. If you've watched my previous videos, you know I like characters that have a lot of moves where you're able to change the direction. In my opinion, it makes the character feel like I'm really able to control what I'm doing instead of just clicking moves and hoping that it hits. With directional inputs, it makes the character so much more stronger. Now, I wouldn't want that for every move on every character. I'm usually satisfied with 1 to 2 moves that I can adjust this direction for, like how the ninja can use quick slash to go anywhere. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Dude, the Red Mist is broken. I know, me playing the game hasn't realized that yet. Once I learned and understood how the move Retaliate worked, I instantly realized how insanely broken this character is. Using this move, the Red Mist is able to disappear briefly and come back with an attack. This is a defensive move, and it's used to basically predict an attack and then strike back. First of all, a great move by itself, but now we will talk about how it's insanely broken if you use it in a different way. If you are comboing someone and have the frames to do it, you can use this move to attack. Here's the thing, if the opponent has burst and can use it, it doesn't even matter. You see, if the Red Mist attacks using Retaliate and the opponent bursts, since the move is technically a defensive dodging move, the Red Mist will still land the attack. Then, even still, if the opponent doesn't burst, Retaliate will still have enough frames to hit if you consider how much frame advantage you have. This also applies to Onrush. Since you cannot use Retaliate over and over again, simply swapping between these two moves over and over again creates an infinite inescapable combo unless the enemy can DI themselves to the ground and force a dodge. This is broken. I thought the Red Mist would be my stereotypical overpowered character like all the others before, but this is just unfair. Pair this ability to infinitely combo with the fact that there are still the EGO/Ego moves that do insanely large amounts of damage and have great range. You are in for a treat if you want to fight this person. You seriously need to know what you're doing if you want to have a chance to escape this person and win. Now, I personally have also never fought a Red Mist, so I am unable to comment on whether it is actually easy or hard to fight them. There could also be a chance that the 3 to 4 people I did fight with the Red Mist were just not very well informed on how to play this character and all lost. Either way, broken. Absolutely broken. Contender for the most broken moves, if not the most broken move in all of YOMI Hustle, especially considering Retaliate isn't even a super. It is a defensive attack. Okay, sorry, getting carried away with how crazy this character is. Let's move on to Kether. Now, I was unaware as to where Kether actually comes from. I did some research, and it seems like they're from a game called Library of Ruina. Also, I'm going to interrupt here. This is me editing. I also found out that the Red Mist is from the same game as well. Sorry I didn't mention that before. I've never heard of this game, but it seemed cool nonetheless. It also seems like this character is based off someone named Roland. So, let's see how this looks in YOMI Hustle. Overall, I would say that Kether is another really strong pick. Lots of variety with moves and is able to keep combos going for a long time. From the hammers and swords to the handgun and shotgun. This character is bound to keep you moving around. Yet again, this is another character which there's a pretty strong defensive move. When using Weave or Evade, you can dodge the attack and also get an instant frame advantage. However, if the opponent doesn't attack when you use one of these evasive moves, you'll be at a pretty big disadvantage. Let's focus on what makes Kether unique. There's a number here next to Kether's ammo counts. This is the unique move counter. When Kether uses different moves, the counter will increase and therefore unlock his supers. The more unique moves built up, the better the super. The moves will be drained after using a move if the icon is animated. There are a couple supers that I will run through because they're what makes this character truly shine. Hana is an upward attack that turns into a spiking move to slam your opponent into the ground. Dawn is a very flashy striking attack that can be aimed just a little bit. This move has a large knockback, so I would use it towards the end of a combo. Ranga Workshop is a slicing move similar to Ninja's Quick Slash, in the sense that it can also be used multiple times before it becomes locked. Next up is Lotus, a massive flaming attack that has a huge attack range and strikes twice with beautiful effects. Be careful though, as the time between each strike is enough for an opponent to be able to choose whether or not to burst. But hey, if they don't have burst, have fun sending them flying. Terror Stance is a dash that enables a bunch of other different moves, and it costs 8 unique moves but does not drain them. When in this stance, Kether is able to use the previous Mook stance options as well as a bunch of new ones. All of these new moves are hard-hitting and deal high damage and are relatively easy to continue a combo with. Now let's talk about the big one, Serum W. When using this move, Heather will rush forward and grab his enemy and literally rip holes in the fabric of reality, teleporting and slicing his enemy to shreds. By choosing to teleport during this move, you can deal damage over and over until you run out of the resources to do so, then end the move with Claw to absolutely destroy your opponent. So, Heather is super strong and super cool. I like characters with those unique functions that make them different, so I'm definitely a fan. I would consider this character much more powerful than your average hustle modded character. I don't think I'm that good with him, though, considering a lot of comments before suggest Heather is a really big pain to battle. Either way, good mod, and I enjoyed using Heather a lot. Next, let's talk about Bedman. Just like Heather, I had no idea where or who this character was, so I wanted to do some research. Bedman comes from the Guilty Gear series as an antagonist. Now, when in Hustle, it seems like you play as the robotic creation itself. It also seems like in-game the bed is able to shapeshift and is very powerful, so let's see how this is approached in YOMI Hustle. Bedman in Hustle has a lot of detailed moves, and I mean a lot. It gives me the same vibe as when I played Senator for the first time. I would say about half the moves are just basic combos and dashes, but there are a lot of moves that have their own unique effect. Let's talk about some of them. When using a special blue-colored move, you leave a seal behind. When using the move Deja Vu, the seal is activated and the attack comes back. This allows for some crazy setups and some really strong ways to sandwich your opponent while also catching them off guard. Error 6E comes into use when any sort of red move is used. Red moves trigger an error move after some frames, and using the different call moves can trigger them early or can trigger them later. Hemi Jack is a move that summons a floating sheep creature above the enemy, but it will only strike the opponent if airborne and keeps them stunned for a good chunk of time. Using Ultra High Density Field creates an orb around the girl following you around, Delilah. This is a move that is very clever, and it's a way to create something your enemy needs to worry about, on top of you yourself. There's also one final last stand move. Activating instant kill mode will get rid of all specials, supers, and even health. In this mode, you have a chance to land an instant kill move. I personally was not able to land this attack, since this move is designed to be one of those trump cards that are really insane to pull off. Important to note, you can actually use the instant kill move if you have full meter, which is very interesting. Those are the moves in which it gets pretty specific, but other than that, the rest of the moveset are just different attacks. There's the ability to emit blasts around you, teleport, throw teleporting projectiles, and just literally explode. I would say Bedman is super cool, well made, and a loyal character creation. The creator of this mod did a great job and definitely understands how a character should be made into this game, so I'd give this mod creator a lot of respect for that. This is a strong character who has very good setups and combos, and once that combo starts, it's really just a snowball effect from there. I would highly suggest this mod for anyone who's looking for an interesting, fun, and hard character to master. Finally, let's talk about Double Down. This is your gambler who throws cards and coins and has a very simplistic yet stylish form of gameplay, which is my personal favorite when it comes to character design. All of his basic moves are relatively simple. There are the basic combo attacks, some aerial directional attacks which can be used to spice up your combos and catch the enemy off guard, but we do have an interesting mechanic when it comes to the cards and coins. When tossing a coin using the penny drop or pocket change move, you are able to throw your card into the coin, creating a superpowered card which increases the damage, speed, and makes it impossible to block. Think of it like supercharging a creeper. You can also grab your coins in the air for some extra meter. Also, different cards supposedly had different effects. I'm not sure which lines up to which though, but I also like this character's supers as they continue to be simple and satisfying to use. Full House, the move where the cards circle around you, is great for continuing a really close range combo and gives you such a high frame advantage. There isn't much else to talk about for this character, though I am a huge fan of them. Overall, the simplicity with the subtle yet strong mechanic is what makes it for me.
Oh yeah, I also ran into a viewer playing this character, and we talked for a bit, and I offered them the very amazing opportunity to send a message for all to see. This is what they wish to share with the world. Either way, it was fun running into a viewer though. Other than that, that's all for this mod review. I've been playing a lot of Lethal Company, so expect some videos on that soon. I could probably make 2 to 3 videos out of the hilarious content that I've gotten, so I'm super excited to share that with you guys, and hopefully provide some pretty good laughs. And one last quick shout out to all the creators of these mods. I want to start thanking the people who make these mods towards the end of my videos, because I know it feels good to have your mods shown to everyone, and it's just a personal thank you from me, because it's fun to play, and it gives me something to make videos about, so I appreciate it. But yeah, make sure to subscribe and leave a like if you want more content like this too. Thanks for watching. Peace.